Yeah, we're live.
Surely not. How we live and you gonna go eat a chicken?
Do people know the vibes?
You
This mom
ratchet.
dancing me.
This is not the ratchet part of the podcast yet. You gotta wait till I get ratchet.
Have you seen yourself?
I'm not ratchet yet.
You're wearing hater blockers inside.
Anyways, since we're live,
Clearly in a bedroom.
Welcome to another episode of CEO Uncut. I am your host, Barack Obama, aka CEO Obama, en Creole, Paskim Deuce.
It's Jay, Hilltop Jay, aka I Eat Hot Wings Jay. I just got back from Daytona. So yeah, shout out to Bethune Grill. And we living life right now. It's beautiful.
All right. So we have a returning guest.
I haven't had Bethune Grill in years.
Huh?
Yeah, I know you jealous. It's cool though. And our prices just went up.
Go ahead, introduce yourself.
And she's on mute.
We can't.
Hang on. Can I unmute her?
No.
No, I can't. I can't unmute her.
I'm joking.
Anyway, Shirley's here. So that means we're expensive again. So shout out to us.
Wow. Well, until she gets in there, go ahead and introduce yourself, returning guest.
That's you.
What's up, y'all? This is Reggie. That's me. Can you hear me?
Yes.
The prince of pissing people off.
Just make it.
The king of Spotify.
I don't think I'm that.
Pissing people off is
I don't think I'm that bad.
He's better than Charlemagne.
Yeah, that's not me.
And
I don't sniff butt seats. I don't sniff seats.
Wow. See, there he goes. There he goes.
Where'd that come from?
Look at your boy. Your boy's in rare form.
Yeah, you never seen those interviews where he'll interview like Jennifer Lopez when she gets up. Is it okay if he sniffs her seat?
Really horny shit.
You're breaking up, Reggie.
But we got the idea though.
The thing. Oh, my bad. Hold on. Is this any better?
Yeah. Yeah. But
okay.
So he was sniffing seats.
That's what we do.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's what's up.
She got up to walk away. He was like, "Hey, is it okay if I sniff your seat when you walk away?"
Well, he asked permission.
Yeah, that's
2020. That's all that matters.
Yeah, permission.
That's a horny man. But you're also the king of Spotify since Joe Budden left. So I want to acknowledge you for that. Shout out your stuff, man.
I don't have a deal. I don't have a deal, and I am definitely available on everything else as well. Don't do me like that. And especially the way that Spotify house is burning down. Don't leave me in there.
Yay.
Yeah, but y'all can still listen to us on Spotify until it burns down.
The queen is here.
Shirley.
I'm back. Hey, I have a horrible signal though. But hey, what's up, you guys? It's your girl Shirley Dorr.
Oh, but the audio is perfect.
Okay.
Crystal.
Okay.
All right.
Happy election day, everybody.
Look, the guys back together.
Reggie.
Hey, what's up? How you doing, Cheryl?
Mula. I can't complain. How are you?
Trying to see how the season ends up.
Ooh. Yikes.
Yeah, me too.
Well, let's start off. I wanted to talk about if y'all seen this video of KJ Brooks. She was one of the attendees of was it Kentucky PD department board meeting?
Yeah.
It was Kentucky?
Yep.
So
Kansas. My fault.
It's
Kansas. Okay, I knew it started with a K because she went in on their ass. Have y'all seen this video?
I got it.
Sis went
in. No, I haven't.
I got it. We ready?
Play
you
it.
gonna play it?
I'm gonna run the video.
Stop
Oh, okay.
using black children as photo
Okay.
opportunities because they're cute now, but in 10 years, they're black male suspect. Eating cookies and drinking milk with children does not absolve you of your complicity in their oppression and denigration. Fair warning, I'm not nice and I don't seek to be respectable. I'm not asking y'all for anything because y'all can't and won't be both my savior and my oppressor. I don't want reform. I want to turn this building into luxury, low-cost housing. These will make some really nice apartments to me. Firstly, stop using black children as photo opportunities because they're cute now, but in 10 years, they're black male suspect in red shirts and khaki shorts. Eating cookies and drinking milk with children does not absolve you of your complicity in their oppression and denigration, Rick Smith. Because Kansas City will spend more on police than education and then try to encourage children to feast with their oppressors. Y'all are really weird. It's asinine to be called radical or homegrown terrorists for not wanting government employees to kill citizens in any instance. So I'm not here begging anything of soulless white folks and self-preserving black folks. You get one life, and you all in this room have chosen profits over people, and that's pathetic. So I'm going to spend the next 2 minutes reading y'all for a filth, something I'm sure nobody has ever done. You age like trash when you're racist and subject others to violence.
That was great.
Yeah, that was great.
Read them. Like, y'all are really weird. Y'all are
Y'all,
really weird.
y'all age like trash when you're racist.
All valid points. I mean, you can't argue against that.
That is
She-
my shit.
She read them like filth.
Yo, she was not fucking playing with them, and that was
I'm
hilarious.
not nice.
Yeah. Yo. It didn't.
I'm
I
not
didn't
here to
see
be
the beginning.
respectable.
I don't know if did she tell the beginning what she said? She called that nigga. She said, "Oh, the nigga in the vomit colored sweater."
The
The nigga in the
She
vomit-colored
She read
sweater.
off every person's article, clothing, attire, personalities. Like, girl, you were just going in.
That's what I'm talking about. Queen.
As you can imagine, they didn't like that shit.
I feel like that's what we need to do.
I'd agree.
You need
And
to embarrass
Shirley's the
them.
perfect person to do it.
using that vernacular. Sis used educated words to read them like filth. That's what you got to do. You don't need to be cussing. You need to use their own words against them. Sis was like, I'm gonna come in here educated as hell and read you guys.
I think Jay and
Sophisticated.
Shirley are definitely the people, because I'm gonna start cursing in there. But y'all two can definitely use the big words and stuff.
Definitely Jay. Jay is eloquently disrespectful.
Fact.
Eloquently disrespectful.
I'm proud of it. But Reggie's renowned for using big words though. So I know he's thinking hard over there. I want to see what he thinks. What are your thoughts, Mr. Daes?
Oh no, that was on point. I had nut, bro. That was hilarious. I loved every minute of it. I think there's like a new aged way of politician that's coming about. Like people like her, people like AOC, people like there's a new age, a new generation of politician that's coming through. And weirdly enough, I'm gonna give the weirdest person credit for them being more palatable, and that would be Trump. As terrible as Trump is, because of how bad Trump is when it comes to, the concept of the astute politician. That shit is gone. Like the fact that you need to be educated, you need to sound a certain way, you need to look a certain way, you need to be able to like carry yourself in a certain way. That shit died. The only people that haven't caught on to that is the Democratic Party. But for the most part, the rest of politics, it's kind of like, imagine if the political landscape was the office space. Imagine if your new boss was like a piece of shit slob, right? And so everybody else at work sees him coming to work like wilding. And they're like, well, clearly, I'm going to come out and wild too. And now everybody's a little bit more free to do what they want to do because we're at least not as bad as him.
But that's not really true, because I feel like they're still holding everybody else to that, because the Democratic Party is like niggas. They're very like hypocritical, because like, yeah, Trump can say all this bullshit and it's a joke, but Kamala said, yeah, she listens to Tupac and she smoked weed one time long time ago. She's a fucking pothead that listens to rap.
It depends, because with the general public, it goes over easier. Because I like to remind people that when Obama wore a tan suit, that shit was news. That type of shit is no longer news anymore. Like I'm saying, like for the general public, just the people watching at home, it doesn't seem as harsh anymore because you already dealt with Trump.
And that's
of
why
course,
she started.
There's still going to be conservatives that feel a way about it, but it's just not the same.
Because old heads told us for a long time, you have to be respectful. For black girls, you can't be too loud, you can't be too vulgar, you can't speak your mind if it offends people. For black men, you can't get too emotional or too passionate, or else you're gonna scare the white folks. That's all out the window now because Trump is scaring everybody. And yeah, I'm not gonna code switch if your president is as ghetto as anything. So I kind of see
and we're kind of seeing it everywhere. I know y'all saw the Palm Beach when they were arguing over not the stimulus, but for funds with Palm Beach trying to keep everybody from being able to do like evictions and things that you're keeping everybody in housing. Do you guys remember that video that went viral of the lady who just like was going off?
Yeah. I could have grabbed it.
This is becoming more and more common.
So they were trying to stop.
It was some sort of Palm Beach City Council meeting from being able to evict people and things like that because of.
She just got tired of the bullshit.
Yeah, she did.
It sounds familiar.
That's where we at with it. Everyone's tired of everyone else's bullshit, and I love it.
Yeah, and it's necessary. It's necessary.
And so I'm very excited because obviously they didn't like that shit, and even it's only been a couple weeks since she went to that meeting, and of course Kansas City police has been harassing her and shit, and Trump's little minions been out here harassing her.
Yeah, I saw that.
So
I didn't see the original video, but I saw videos of like cop cars passing by her house and like little just weird ass shit of like she was getting food or somewhere at some sort of shopping plaza, and you just see cop cars like circling around the restaurant she was eating at. Yeah, like just weirdo shit.
They were trying to tell her it was coincidence.
Yeah, like, some dirty shit. just doing basically what's proving everything she was talking about. So shout out to her again, and I want to say shout out to the Not Fucking Around Coalition. I think is what they go by. They're the ones that were marching through the streets with the assault weapons. They decided to come out and provide her with security. So
is that what you had sent me?
yeah, that's what I was excited about. Because really, that's really how we gotta rock.
Wait, what is it called?
The Not Fucking Around Coalition, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Shout out Grandmaster Jay.
Here. We need a chapter in Florida.
We need, if we weren't so scary.
Hey, I'm with it. I'm with it.
We let Zimmerman get away, but if we can get some like hardcore, if we get some folks together to do some shit, that's what we need. We need black women to speak their truth, and then we need black men with guns to like stand behind her and be like, "Yo, you mad, but you're not coming over here to do shit."
Right.
Speaking of guns, I haven't checked the election, but today is election day. What do you got? First of all, who y'all think is gonna win, and then what you gonna think gonna happen after this election?
I'm not trying to get into that anxiety. My stocks plummeted. There's a lot of fear going on right now. We don't even like. I'm gonna just sit this day out, and I'm gonna wait until like November 5th to take all the information in.
Y'all, hear me out. I think if Biden wins, it's gonna be a civil war. The KKK is gonna go in the streets and be upset. They're gonna say it's rigged and all this other stuff. Trump's gonna try to not leave the fucking seat and all that stuff. It's gonna be a fucking civil war because we tired of the bullshit, and the KKK is gonna be all down the street. If Trump wins, martial law. So either way,
that's a good. I ain't gonna lie, that's a good spoiler. That's a good spoiler.
Yeah, pretty much.
I feel like the whole thing is gonna like
there's a show.
Everybody got their hurricane supplies because I ain't going outside.
You ruined the finale.
Yeah,
that's the show.
I'm just trying to stay alive for season 2. Personally,
I
ain't get a script, so I felt like.
I think we were just watching a video where there's a group of men who actually who are preparing themselves to be the militia for when we have a civil war. Like it's actually happening today in 2020. What are they called?
I felt like there was already.
They're called the Boogaloo. The Boogaloos, something Boogaloos.
I felt like there was already going to be a civil war, and COVID kind of paused it for a second. I feel like there was we were on the brink of civil war, like January, February, and then COVID kind of happened, and they said, everybody got to stay inside, curfew, this, that, and the other, and all that stuff. So it kind of paused for a little bit, but the police don't want to calm the fuck down, right? Because if they would have calmed the fuck down, we could have calmed down a little bit. But they continue to kill people during a pandemic. And so now it made it bigger. So we're going to have the civil war eventually.
Hey,
there are people who are literally preparing for this. No lie.
I know there's going to be a civil war.
You know what I thought about when all of this was happening while everybody was on lockdown? I thought about every homeboy I know who's ever cheated on a girl, right? Think of
niggas.
When you get away with it and she takes you back, that first 1 month, maybe 2, hell, it could be even half a year. You're on your best behavior. It's at that point, because you know that the microscope is on you. That's as good of behavior as you expect of anyone. If you know she's looking at you and you still can't be faithful, there's no hope. The fact that they were still killing people is fucking nuts. That's the crazy thing. Everyone's looking, cameras are on, everyone's protesting. You're like, we are not murderers. We don't kill people. Bam. We don't even do shit like that.
But niggas is dumb.
Why we keep comparing 2020 to niggas?
But no. When he said that, when when Reggie started talking about that, I immediately thought Christian Thompson because he cheated in literally less than less than a couple months. He was already cheating again.
Them Canadians, man, it's crazy.
Speaking of Canadians, let me stop. We're not gonna talk about Tory Lanez on this podcast.
Who?
Oh, Jesus!
Yeah, don't do that.
Christ.
Don't do that.
Was there anything new? Because I'm done listening to Tory. I saw him there's somebody said that he brought back quarantine radio or some shit like that.
He brought back quarantine radio. He was in a club at ATL turning up like he wasn't just in a court case.
Quarantine radio can't come back. He tried, but I think he had like 7,000 people in there. Nobody of note, like nobody would have verified. Yeah, nobody would have verified.
He had 200,000. He had 200,000, but the thing is, a lot of celebrities were in there on burner accounts. The only person who was dumb enough to sign on their real account was Drake, but Drake got caught. The moment Drake popped up, people were commenting. They were like, "Hey, is that Drake?" And then you see him immediately sign out, and then it was funny because niggas was like, he forgot to get on his burner.
So the thing that made quarantine radio work was that it was just a vibe. Like everyone was in there vibing, we was chilling, everyone was in the house. So it was like, oh, who am I gonna find in the comments today? Ain't nobody trying to get caught in Tory Lanez's comments no more. Like that's a dope.
Here's the thing. Let's be honest. It's because of
wait, pause. Drake, what the Drake? Y'all gonna make me have to cancel Drake?
Nah, Drake's just mixy.
Cancel Drake for what?
Drake's just
don't like that.
He's mixy.
You ain't never tapped. Wait. So you never tapped on somebody's Instagram live at the top of your screen? You never tapped on somebody's Instagram live at the top of your screen and then look in?
I do it all the time.
Yeah, but there's usually only 1 or 2 people in there. Ain't nobody gonna catch me.
Those 200,000 motherfuckers. There were 200,000 motherfuckers tagging Drake.
Yeah, I'm not Drake.
But I think honestly, no one cares. No one wants to admit that they don't care because it sounds bad. No one cares anymore. The story is stupid. This shit took too long. There are people dying. Do we really give a shit?
We do.
There are people dying from injustice, guys.
You know what?
Why do we keep bringing this story back?
Speaking of bringing the story back, I still need to know what happened to Terrence J in the McLaren.
Let me cut your mic real quick. Let me cut your mic real quick.
No, I got the story actually. Yes, Jules. Yes, Jules was in the car.
That's nasty.
Somebody, I tagged you. Wait, you didn't see that? Because I tagged you on the Shade Room comments. I tagged you because I asked a question and it went viral. It was like 4,000 likes on it. And then somebody actually answered. They were like, yeah, it was Yes, Jules. And a whole bunch of people were talking about it in the comments.
That makes sense.
When was that?
It was like months ago.
Yes, Jules, that's disgusting.
That's nasty.
Well, since you got all the tea.
He's Eskimo brothers with LeBron now. So since it is what it is.
Definitely.
What happened to the $1 billion of coke that was on Chase Banks' yacht?
I'm gonna go comment on Shade Room and I'll let you know what they tell me.
That we'll never know.
Yo, you know what I've just been on this Mandela effect shit for a minute, and I feel like these are some of the Mandela
2 years from now. 2 years from now, they're gonna tell us that never happened.
Yo, the Mandela effect shit. I went through a fucking wormhole looking at that shit. That shit is crazy.
I think I found the answer. Apparently, on the Joe Budden podcast,
it makes you feel crazy.
Episode 229, they spilled the tea about what happened to Terrence J in the McLaren.
They asked about it, but nobody said it was Yes, Jules. I didn't hear it was Yes, Jules.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. He said it. It's yes. He said it was Yes, Jules. It wasn't Jasmine Thunders.
No, it wasn't his girlfriend. His girlfriend was Jasmine.
Yeah, it says it wasn't.
I don't think they had the answer.
I don't think they had the answer.
Maybe
I would have
speculating.
No, I would have heard it because I listened to the Joe Budden podcast religiously. I didn't hear Yes, Jules. I've heard them bring it up though. I've heard them bring it up like twice.
Mm-hmm.
And I bring it up every episode.
The second Yes, Jules gets involved, it's too nasty for me. I have to see myself out. That's above my pay grade. But back to this Megan Tory thing. I think people still care. It's just if new information would actually come out, then people would care. But if y'all just keep coming out, not even you, but people on like the peripherals are saying like, "Oh, the truth's gonna come out soon." Like,
But didn't they already have the court date and stuff? Isn't he sentenced?
Nah.
The court date was October 13th.
For some reason, I felt like he was on bail and he was supposed to go back or something. I don't know. I don't be paying attention. I'm done with Tory Lanez, period. I'm not really listening to that anymore.
Yeah, but everybody isn't like Ciroc. So for the people that are still kind of wishy-washy, they're just waiting for more information to come out.
Mm-hmm.
They're never gonna find out. We're gonna find out what happened to the $1 billion on the Chase Banks boat.
Reggie, wake up.
On the plug boat.
Yeah. Was it cocaine? It was cocaine.
It was cocaine. It was 1 million worth of cocaine.
Wow.
Shout out to white folks, man.
And it disappears.
It disappears on big news. Chase Charter carries 1 point blah 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 amount of cocaine. Nobody says anything after that. Gone.
I need to know. But I did want to, before we start with the rest of the topics, I did want to say rest in peace to Evelyn Sincere. Let me read the little article that I had. So a 22-year-old high school senior was found dead at a garbage dump site in Haiti on Sunday morning, 3 days after being kidnapped. The kidnappers had asked for $100,000 ransom to release Evelyn. Her older sister was able to raise $15,000, but the bandits rejected the lower amount. Sincere had been beaten, and by the looks of her body, it appears that she was sexually assaulted when she was found. So in Haiti, basically a high school senior was kidnapped and held for ransom. And apparently there's other people who are also kidnapped. I guess there was like 9 people.
Mm-hmm.
There's like 7 people who've been kidnapped in the past 3 weeks. And it's like a really devastating situation because we don't have the money to be doing that. Like, they're struggling for money and then they're kidnapping people for money, and we also don't have the money. You know what I mean?
Right.
I feel I've never been to Haiti, and things like this is what deter people from taking me, because I don't want to go by myself.
Mm-hmm.
And things like this deter people from taking me because of this.
Yeah.
Because of these kind of things.
See, this is a touchy subject because for a lot of reasons. One of the main reasons, of course, is just how grim and how dark it is. But the big thing between a lot of people who are of Haitian descent is that concept of whether you go back to Haiti or not, how frequently you go back to Haiti or not, the reasons that we travel versus not traveling, or being comfortable going to other countries versus going to Haiti. And it's a lot of conversations that I've seen actually right around the time of her death, like right before it. And then, of course, her death occurred. And then now it's kind of like enveloping that conversation. A lot of people who are in your position who haven't traveled to Haiti recently, or at least haven't traveled as adults, they feel fear. A lot of them feel like, well, my own family might tell me, hey, you don't want to make that trip.
Mm-hmm.
Or your own family will tell you, hey, this and this is going on, don't come here. Or if you do come, go to the touristy areas or certain things of that nature. They'll try to like dissuade you. But I think there's a lot of conversation that needs to be had, and there's a lot of action that needs to be taken, because shit like this can't keep happening. And for us to, instead of trying to come up with ways for us to either A, protect ourselves, or B, shift whatever it is that's causing this, we just kind of attack each other.
I think something that we were talking about like 2 weeks ago with a group of Haiti-based media people, something that they brought up in the chat, at least one person, and I don't know if she's watching, but Dominique was like, she's a part of like the tourism aspect of Haiti, and that's kind of like one of the biggest sector in Haiti. That's what generates some kind of income for the country. And with the recent kidnappings, people in America have been receiving misinformation about what the kidnappings are, why the kidnappings are happening. Nonetheless, it's still horrid and it scares people from wanting to go to the country. I personally heard of someone whose father got kidnapped at the airport. So I can see how we're like, no, we're not going to go into the country. This is scary. And to like Darlene's point, like it happens as well in the US, but there's a difference. The US at least has a human rights standard in place for things like this. In Haiti, it's once you're lost, you're lost. Justice usually isn't served. You usually can't find the person. And the only way that you do find a person is by chance if somebody in the family is Muna, and then of course, they do the whole, killing of the person in front of people kind of thing.
I'll say this too. It's not just Haiti, and you shouldn't be afraid to go back to Haiti just for this. Again, it's a terrible story, but like when I went to Jamaica for the first time, it was kind of hilarious how like you step off the boat because we went on a cruise. So you step off the boat, they take you to this little tour cut here, they take you to this little section here, they take you up the road, spin around a couple times, maybe go eat something, and you come back. You don't even go off the trail because they can't guarantee, someone isn't going to see you as a tourist and then prey upon you. So I think Haiti just gets a raw deal because these other places are able to kind of control the narrative a little bit better.
Contain it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little bit more contained. Like and it breaks my heart because my dad is like one of those Haitians that's like, yo, I came here 20-some years ago and I have no reason to go back. Like not for enrichment, not just for the culture. Like he's not trying to go back. And it's sad.
I want to go, and even when I say, let's go to the Decameron because like that became like the new little hotspot thing and stuff. But they're like, the Decameron is like 30 minutes to an hour away from the airport. What if something happens along the way? Apparently, they're stopping people on the road and they're stealing their cars and all types of stuff on the way to the airport.
Okay. Listen, I've been to Haiti and I understand the fear, right? I will never downplay that these things may happen, but I don't want people to think that they should allow something that happens to 7 people that hasn't happened to over 500 tourists that's been in the country so far, right? So the fear is just that maybe one day that person will be me. Take for me example, I went to Haiti by myself with a friend. Went to Haiti, stayed with his family, stayed in his family's home. We Airbnb'd in Haiti, got a hotel. I took the public transportation, took a 6-hour drive in a public transportation to another part of the city, came back, and I'm still here alive and safe to say that I was able to experience Haiti for 8 days, right? So that's where it's like, if you can take your chance to go into somebody else's country, if you can take a chance to walk in America at night, and I know there's a big fear surrounding that, but if you can do that here, you have to muscle up the strength to try to do that there, because the odds of what we're like a level 2, we're level 2. Haiti just became a level 4, but 6 months ago, Haiti was a level 2 threat. So that's kind of like one of the things where it's like you just have to choose your battles of how you're seeing the country and how you're moving in the country.
And that's
there's also a difference though between general fear of like the country itself and the people of the country versus trending fear, because trending fear is different. Like take this from somebody who grew up in Brooklyn. Being around areas where my dad used to work street fairs, and I used to meet a lot of people who were like, street fair vendor kids and things of that nature. Hanging out with those kids, there was a whole different side of New York that I didn't really know about that I experienced. Like these are kids who are pickpockets. These are kids who, targeted people who were tourists, where like if you were a tourist and you were coming in, they can see it from far away and they knew, okay, let me go do X, Y, and Z to you. Now that's normal shit for when it comes to like fears that you deal with, because you'll deal with that in France, you'll deal with that in England, you'll deal with that anywhere, right? That type of culture, because there's always going to be people that prey on travelers. Now, here's where it gets interesting. There was a period in time in New York where there were people called TikToks. Now, TikToks were they were just a bunch of hoolies that would like kind of stay around where they would stay around where the where Grand Central Station is, or just certain places at the airport or whatever. And if you they'll ask you what time it is, and if you look down at your watch, they'll come up and swipe with a blade, and they'll give you $1.50 right across the face, right? And they'll take you grabbing your face and trying to protect yourself, and they'll run through your pockets, they'll take all your shit, and they'll bounce. Now, when that started happening, for the period of time that started happening, tourism slowed up. And it made sense for people to be scared of, like, yeah, I'm not fucking around with what's going on trending wise. I feel like the whole kidnapping in Haiti thing, it's not something that it sounds like, oh, we've heard about it every day since like freaking high school, middle school, or whatever. This is something it seems like something that's trending upward recently. And it's becoming a more and more like a bigger facet of things recently. You said what?
Chap's looking at me weird, and I was just like, listen, I've been to Haiti often, and I've only heard this 3 times at a scare level, like scare.
I've heard a good few stories, but they've all been from the past 2 years, 2-3 years,
and it's always
like
during
they haven't gone from
like,
before that.
I hear it every time I want to go. My dad goes like every, like maybe twice a year, and I want to go, and he's like, it's dangerous. I want to go with my mom, and she's like, oh, it's dangerous. My uncle's going, it's dangerous, but they're always going, but I can't go.
My family says the same thing about Jamaica. And y'all niggas love Jamaica. Like, it's like, for example, you were just in Mexico. But like, if you consume the type of media I do, where like you hear about, you know, the shit that's happening in Mexico, I was a little nervous while you were gone. But y'all,
when Sarah said she was in Mexico, I was like, sis, Mexico is literally Haiti right now. It's a level 4 travel advisory.
The government is at war, and they're losing.
But all the hoes are there.
Hey, listen. Everybody and their mama, I don't know what kind of marketing strategy Tulum had. Yeah. But there's a whole war going on in Mexico, and they managed to get a bunch of tourists to still go to Mexico.
It's not in Tulum. It's not in Tulum, and it's not in Cancun. I don't know where it's at, but all the hoes was over there. All the Instagram hoes was over there, and I'm trying to be an Instagram hoe, so I went.
You want to hear some wild shit? America. We live in America right now. Other countries are looking at us crazy because what Ciroc said at the beginning of this episode. Like, yeah, like people other places aren't just shooting, like their civilians aren't just getting shot by the police just randomly.
Oh, that's another thing. Our values, if Trump wins, our values about to go down. Our American passport's gonna be shit.
We already can't go nowhere because of COVID.
Yeah, but it's gonna be worse. Our passport is gonna be shit. Everybody was trying to steal an American passport. Not no more.
Hey, I'm trying to be Canadian, so I'll let y'all know how that works.
Just to be like clear though, if you did have the opportunity to go, you still do want to go. I've
been trying to go. I was gonna go with because Eastland is her name. Eastland has Adventures with Eastland, and she goes to she does Haiti trips and stuff. But I wanted to go for like some fest or some, something like actually that's going on.
Something pre-COVID.
A little bit better because I don't know there's other Americans there. Like
it's been about a year where all the major things in Haiti before COVID was kind of canceled because of political unrest. So 2019 was definitely a hard year for Haiti, and then 2020 comes and Haiti recovered, but then there's COVID. So
yeah, it's hard for everybody. So you're gonna see more fuck shit happening because people are struggling.
I want to go, but I want to go when there's something going on because my parents are not going to take me for leisure or vacation or anything like that. So I want to go when I know there's going to be other Americans, like Haitian Americans.
You got to plan a group trip. That's what my friends did. Everybody planned a group trip. And
I'm
surprisingly,
I'm just now getting friends that are not broke and getting on my nerves. Just now. So give me a second.
Wow.
Give me a second.
Wow. Next topic.
Well, before we go to the next topic, do your own code so we don't forget.
We started with my on code.
Oh,
yeah, she was the on code.
Well, shout out to if we want to do a black man that's on code, shout out to Grandmaster Jay. Because after like the first march was really big and went really well and it went viral and everybody loved it. And then as they kept doing it, people started like trying to throw salt like niggas do, talking about, oh, he's not a gun expert. Oh, where he gets his training from, this, that, and the third. So to see him like not get discouraged by that and like take the initiative to be like, we see this young girl who's using her platform in a responsible way, who's speaking out for us in a way that we need it. And like, you would think like people like that wouldn't have to worry about security, but they do like all the time.
Right.
So you have a like 1,000 some niggas with guns. Like, yeah, we're gonna provide security at no cost. I think that's dope. So shout out to Jam Master Jay.
What was the thing called?
The Not Fucking Around Coalition.
Not fucking
around. She said, "I am now being protected by the NFA."
You gonna have to send that to me because I'm putting that on the shirt.
Don't get sued.
Yeah, they might have copyrights on that, but we'll look into it.
You gotta get trademarked first.
If you're not selling it, you can do it.
If it's for personal use, you can do it.
So it's like a fan shirt. Like we fuck with you.
Yeah.
We should have had this conversation offline. But shout out to our listeners, shout out to our viewers. Locked in. We appreciate y'all. Don't go snitching.
Oh. All right. So it looks like we got time. We got time enough for one more topic. So y'all want to talk about no shave November or tips for being alone on the holidays?
Tips.
I mean, one could lead to the other because if you not shaving the right shit, it's gonna lead to you being alone for the holidays.
Fuck out.
Hey, that's why he's the king of pissing people off. Shout out to the young lord of Spotify, Daes Radio.
He didn't say that. He's the prince of podcasting or something like that. That's what he said.
The prince of podcasting. Jay, you eating a whole chicken wing on the live. Hey, Benny.
Hey, Benny not shaving. From the looks of his beard, I see that.
Oh yeah, he has a big voluptuous beard.
Ladies, you're not shaving too? You keeping that pussy?
Are you asking me a question?
Yes.
Not talking to us.
Comment if you're not shaving, ladies. We're just gonna let the main.
I thought we were talking about tips, but I guess we talking about.
What a way to divert the question.
I only shave when I have to.
I'm with it. Is that a problem for you guys?
To be shaving otherwise, it's annoying.
You shaving, Darlene? Okay.
Yeah, because niggas don't understand. Because like even when you guys do manscaping, y'all just trimming. But imagine you have to lift your leg up, and then you got to get the razor all in there because it goes all the way, like the gooch got here.
And you gotta do this thing where you like.
It's a struggle. And I'm
the way 2020 is going, I can guarantee you a lot of niggas know that struggle of lifting their legs up.
What? Oh Jesus Christ!
Hello.
Why? Explain to us why you lifting your legs up?
Hey, it ain't my lifestyle, but from what I've heard, there's a lot of niggas out there with their feet to the ceiling, if you feel me.
Got your feet to the ceiling. Yeah, got your feet to the ceiling.
But why? Why are they legs to the ceiling?
Oh, the gooch. Put the comment up.
The gooch.
But
yeah.
Yo.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
So tips for being alone on the holiday.
Yeah, so if you're on the live and you are feeling lonely during
Nah. Shirley, you shaving
Wow.
in November?
What'd you say?
You shaving this November?
I don't shave.
Yeah, who keeps coming up with these weird shits for November? Y'all went from no sex to not shaving. Like, I don't understand. What's up?
No shave November has been it forever. Like, that's always
No
been
Shave November is about men's mental and health wellness. It is not about what social media people tried to shift it to, which is about sex. No Shave November is bringing awareness to prostate cancer. If you didn't know, that's what it's about.
But
like I said, feet to the ceiling.
Where did my prostate get into this?
I just want to shout out to all the niggas who have nice, full, thick beards that fill in the whole face, and you just want to.
Nah, I'm not doing the whole face. I'm not doing the whole face.
But y'all patchy niggas, I'm sorry, it's ain't for you.
You love a patch. Come on, man.
No.
Yeah.
I don't like patchy beards. I like sitting comfortably on my throne, knowing that it is fully
nice
connected.
And warm and
I wish I had a picture of Chap to pull up right now. You capping?
Chap doesn't have a patchy beard. Chap's beard is like, it goes like this, and then it
I don't know how niggas let their beards grow up here. That shit itches. I keep it like right here. Up here, once it reaches up here, I'm like, that shit gotta go. That shit itches.
Jay's like, for the patchy niggas like myself.
Yeah, my shit is patchy. Like, it's cool.
But Jay's is growing. You know, Jay's still a baby, so his shit is growing.
You got some time, yeah. You got some time.
I'm dead, baby. What you talking about?
My brother can't get this part. My brother can't.
Christian's a child.
Look at you selling out.
Well, Christian's like a year younger than you, and he can't get this part right here.
Hey, these young kids out here, like I be seeing middle schoolers with full-on beards, and I'm just confused.
Yeah, I had homies who had full beards in middle school.
The Mexicans.
Mexican. I was gonna say my homeboy Fred.
Shout out to Fred.
Had a full beard. 7th grade.
Some of the girl Mexicans got beards all here.
I'm gonna mute her mic real quick.
Buy a CO Uncut cup.
My dog said she came back from Tulum with the Teen Wolf.
No, but in, what you call it? Isn't there in some places in Africa like that's attractive?
And people find everything attractive. There's somewhere for everybody.
I keep telling people that like there's somebody out there for you. So if you're a broke nigga, don't come for me. There's somebody out there for you.
There's a whole bunch of women who love broke ass niggas. What do you mean?
Yes.
They always have the best.
There's a lot.
Like,
there's women that I was gonna say. There's also women that even yell about broke niggas that'll still let you fuck. Like it like just shut up.
You don't remember Gabrielle Union and what was the movie with Idris Elba? And he was a broke ass nigga dealing with his 3 kids, China.
Okay. Yeah, that was a good movie.
So you don't have to be alone for the holidays. Just find somebody who like broke niggas. Find somebody.
I'm gonna come up with. If you're broke, leave Ciroc alone. Yes, Ciroc don't want you. You know what's so crazy? There's a theory out there that says successful women only pursue men who don't make equivalent to what they make, because the men who don't want them because they see them as too successful. So broke niggas, find you a successful woman.
Not me though.
Wait, hold on. That threw me. I don't understand where that went.
Successful men.
She's saying that successful women date broke niggas because niggas that make as much as them don't want them.
Successful women find it.
So you're basically saying that women take who they can get. And that's
I don't think it's a matter of success or not. I think it's a matter of there's some things that correlate in that, but I think it's more so happenstance that they correlate rather than trending. Like a lot of women who are in successful places tend to have specific types of attitudes that garnered them the ability to get to that success. Like the attitude that it takes to become successful. What?
No.
Oh, let's get it cracking.
It is not an attitude thing. successful
No, I think
men
that I
are
think that there's
typically
no, I'm saying I think that there
intimidated.
is an attitude that is needed to become successful. There's an attitude that you have to have. It's the same thing that men like in order for a man to be a certain type of man, to get a certain type of job, to be in a certain type of field, there's a certain type of aggression that you need. There's a certain type of persona that needs to be there in order for you to just believe in yourself enough to get to that level. I think
So
that
why
all
does it
modes
make
of
it
success
hard?
have
Why
that,
does
huh?
that make it hard for women to date men of similar statures?
And that doesn't really make any
I
sense to
think it's
me
the Lego
because
theory. I think it's the fact that
I don't
I
think
think
I don't think that makes any sense because dominatrix be finding them rich ass niggas.
yeah,
And they
but
got
those
a
are
way
dark
worse
impulses.
attitude. And they got
Those
a
are
way
dark
worse
impulses
attitude than
though.
I do.
Cause like think about the dudes that do
Dominatrix
that
are
type of
like,
stuff and
Y'all
I
gotta let
think
Reggie make
dominatrix is like 5. That's not a general population.
yeah, and even so, the dudes that go through that or the dudes that prefer that, they might act like that in those sexual settings, but best believe in the boardroom, he's still that
Right,
jackass boss that you hate. He's still
right.
that like those are darker impulses. That's not who he is on a day to
hmm
day.
Those
Now,
are
what I'm
sexual
talking about is
needs.
in yeah, what I'm talking about is like in order for you to get to a certain level of success in general, there's a certain persona and there's a certain edge that every last successful person shares. And that's from athletes to business people to whatever. There's that X factor, that Mamba mentality, if you will. Like there's that thing that they all share. And what I think is for those guys who may be turned off by that or who may have a thing where they don't see that and see the woman that they want or see the person that they want to be with. It could be a lot of different reasons for that, but I think that would be more so correlated than the money thing. Because I don't see any dude like looking at a woman and be like, wow, she has so much money. Fuck that. I don't want no rich bitch. Like
I
I
don't
can't.
think so. Somebody told Shirley that she was intimidating because she was shipping a whole bunch of shit at the post office.
I kid you not. It is a thing where people actually find me like when people didn't know what I did or they didn't know like if I was making money, they just knew that I was like a everyday person. I, people found me more approachable. I still have the same personality. I'm still open. I'm still like, hey, what's up? How you doing? And now that I have a different status in life, I guess, I'm now more apparently intimidating because
Yeah,
of the status that I have. So
but
there's
it's
like an
not
article that I
solely because
read.
of the money thing though. That's more so because of your persona. Like one thing about you, I've had this conversation with a ton of other people. Me and you have talked about this, where
You
that
have,
you
yeah.
have an aura that you give off to people where they're like, okay, I can't bullshit with her. Like she's very knowledgeable, she's worldly, she knows what she's doing. There's a certain air about you that
So you saying niggas
is
be bullshitting me because I'm dumb?
Go ahead, Reggie. Go ahead.
I like how she said that and then muted her mic immediately afterward. But
I did.
Jay muted
oh,
it.
you muted?
Jay muted it.
Good look. Good looking out. Good looking out. Now, going forward from that though, that type of persona, a person who is like, I guess, trepidatious when it comes to concepts of dealing with someone who's an equal, I could see them looking at that and being like nervous, feeling away. Because a lot of times,
Trepidatious. Okay.
yeah,
That
a lot
down.
like
That
I'm
down.
personally, I know that like my type when it comes to women is something that a lot of men don't look for. It's something that a lot of dudes may not agree with me about. Which is I like somebody industrious. I like somebody who thinks a lot. I like somebody who challenges me, who may tell me when I'm doing something wrong and certain things of that nature. A lot of people don't look for that. They want just comfort. They just want they want that ideal of the 1950s of like, I get home, you take my mind away from the rest of the world, and then that's just where it is and that's just what it is. And I feel like a lot of those aspects are shared amongst dudes that are industrious. Like I know dudes who ex-NFL players are notorious for this. They date a certain specific type of girl, whether it be a racial type, whether it be a personality type, whether it be a whatever type, because they want this yes woman
To be needed.
They want a yes man. They want to pick
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
That's why so many of them are what you call them? Eskimo brothers.
Pygmies. Oh, Eskimo brothers. Yes.
Passing around the
Pick
same.
me, pick me, pick me.
But I mean, you got to think she's preordained. She's tested by others, and they were like, "Yep, she knew how to play the role."
Oh, that's so nasty. Oh
It's
Jesus.
disgusting.
So that's like yes, Jules, basically.
I mean, low key.
Everything goes back full circle.
That's crazy.
All right. Well, how are we gonna so there's no tips for people being alone on the holidays?
Yes, engage in activities that elude different energy. So if you are feeling alone during the holidays, pick up a phone, call a friend. I was just telling somebody on the phone that I was
video
like,
chat somebody.
being me, I don't have a close relationship with my family. So I have to kind of like create love and belonging. So my family would technically be China. So my best friend's mom. So I would go to my best friend's mom's house. I would have
China.
Thanksgiving. I would eat her mom's food. We would have a good time. And I would go home feeling loved and not so lonely. Of course, I have chat, but chat can only go long ways. But yeah, that's about it.
I would say I got two. I got this is the perfect time to start watching anime. You know what I'm saying? Because once you start episode 1, 2, you're gonna have to watch the whole fucking 5
You
seasons.
have to, yes.
So this is perfect. So if you by yourself, this is the
Shirley, you
perfect
so petty.
time. Put your
Shirley,
phone
you so
on do
petty.
not disturb. Don't let Reggie send you a picture of his beard, and then all of a sudden you trying to go hit Reggie up.
And don't let him send you boomerang nudes and get your hopes up either.
Boomerang facts. Oh, you are boomerang nudes.
Oh my God.
And for those who don't get the insider, go watch the episode.
My second advice would be to start being creative at this point. Y'all, I'm cut bitch now, and I'm gonna take this whole holiday season to continue being cut bitch. I'm gonna be cut bitch, I'm gonna be hat bitch, I'm gonna be shirt bitch, because I had a whole bunch of shit going on. So
Shirley,
y'all follow me.
Shirley, I thought you said she's cuffed bitch.
Cut.
I thought she was a cuffed bitch. I thought she was flexing on us real quick.
She flexing on us about her cuffing. Oh, cuffing season's looking good for you. Warm, huh?
Cuffing season.
Toasty.
Toasty.
Jay, you got any advice for the
Wait, I'm the only single person on this show?
Advice. See you Uncut.
Yeah,
Reggie Radio on Spotify right now. He's the signed deal, man. He's the king. You know what I'm saying? He's the young prince. He's out here.
Yikes.
Mad entertainment.
I'll give my advice, I guess, about being by yourself for the holidays.
Can I my plug?
No. Because you keep saying I have a deal with Spotify.
Radio episode. Y'all was on there talking about domestic violence.
Domestic violence, yeah.
Niggas getting their ass
Domestic violence. Domestic violence.
Carry on, sir.
Yeah. First things first, if you're gonna drink alone, be careful what music you play.
Make sure you get fucked up so that you're not sad drunk. You just
drunk. Yeah, you gotta be out. If you're gonna drink, you gotta drink. Like go all the way. Don't slow down. You gotta take it all the way there. And avoid drink at all costs. That's you can't do both. But if you're gonna, I think the best thing we have is technology. You can do everything through social media. Like if you're somebody who does have like friends and just everybody's gonna be busy for the holidays, you can still reach out to certain people who, because there's people that hate their family. There's a lot of people like that.
Mm-hmm.
You can have little Zoom get-togethers. I've seen people have Zoom parties where they're drinking with each other and shit like that. There's ways of still getting around everything. You just got to figure it out. And for the women out there, answer one or two of them DMs that you've been ignoring. That nigga's still there. He will hit you right back up.
She don't want.
Let me tell you.
He will answer because he has no self-esteem. What's up?
Two questions. My first question is: being alone in 2020, like I know it's always a choice, but is it like more of a choice now? Because like you can literally just make a Twitter account and have like 1,000 new friends in like a day.
But are they really friends though?
Yeah,
those ain't friends, man.
500.
Those ain't friends. Those
not that
just...
they follow you back, but like you can jump on a thread.
People on Twitter will be kiki kaha with you one day and then turn on you tomorrow. So
well, you're famous. We don't have Shirley Door issues. Like I'm not famous, so like the people that I interact with on Twitter, like we have mutual interests. Like
wow, no. 1 second they
not your friends.
You know what I'm saying? But you're not
your friends.
Oh, but Benny said go to compa parties.
He did
during COVID. I did that. Got COVID. Not doing it anymore.
You got COVID. Did you go to a compa party?
I went to a party and that's why I got COVID.
Oh
was
no!
It a compa party?
It was a room for the black people.
But was it a compa party?
Niggas.
That's crazy.
Cause I work at a hospital. Well, not a hospital. I work at like a clinic, and I don't have COVID, and I've been at compa parties with not a lot of people. Well, I like the ones where there's not a lot of people, or it's outside, or I stay by the fan so that the COVID gets blown away.
That's not how it works at all.
I'm not COVID from anything.
I'm this close. I'm about to be here again.
The COVID gets blown away if you stand by the fan.
That's nasty. My second question.
Get a pet. You could get a pet too.
Yeah, I got a pet.
For those who are lonely.
Get a pet because you want a pet though.
If you guys want to babysit my dog, feel free to come babysit her. If y'all are lonely.
An emotional support pet.
That dog is a handful.
Very handful. I was like, your dog? Your dog is needy.
Yeah.
Nah.
So are other people.
That's true.
You got a point. That's the point. The point was made.
Reggie.
What's poppin'?
In 2020, is Rod Wave the new Drake? I noticed you mentioned if you're drinking, don't be
Ain't that who fell on the stage? The stage fell because of the crowd of like 500 people that were behind him, not him. Y'all know why.
He just got caught up in it.
Thanksgiving early.
Rod Wave's music is sad, but I don't think it's Drake level of depressed though. Like his music is a little sad. It does go there, but there's something about. But Drake has Stevie Wonder on a harmonica, bro. Like
Drake hasn't been depressed in years. Drake has
still makes sad music
and pop and he.
You know that was one of the biggest fears I had with Bryson Tiller's album. I was like, Bryson is very freaking happy right now. I don't know if he's gonna give us the same quality of music.
And did it hit?
I don't know.
Did it hit?
It didn't hit the same way. It didn't hit the same way. But the thing is, but look at Drake though. Scorpion, he was happy, but that Jaded still hit. Because I was right there.
He wasn't happy. He was pissed off because they had exposed his child. He wasn't happy. That's a wife of porn star. He was not happy. Man out here,
these are points.
Justin Bieber. He's happy as fuck.
Right.
Oh, I'm tired of
Either way, the music was still sad.
I'm fucking tired of Justin Bieber at this point.
Well, one less lonely nigga.
Is he racist?
Well, he was racist because you ain't hear the one less lonely nigger.
It's my shit.
I don't know about all that. I don't know about all that.
Every time a girl answers my DM, I start singing that shit.
You're so stupid.
Oh, wait. I have one before we leave. I have one question. Did anybody try to send the snow flake in anybody?
Oh yeah, and it worked, by the way. That shit worked. I felt lit.
He said the snowflake, and she sent the noodles back.
Yep, and I was like, this bitch, she's with it.
So for those who are who are watching,
Did you send the Birkin though?
There's a Birkin emoji.
There is.
No, after you send
The snowflake. She send the noodles.
You supposed to buy the Birkin.
Oh, he's just he bought her.
I ain't got Birkin money. I ain't got Birkin money.
If you had Birkin money, you was gonna buy bitches.
But here's the thing, she's not Sweetie, so we even. So at the end of the day.
Wait a second. If you had Birkin money, would you buy a girl a Birkin?
Yeah. Once you bruh, if I'm a multi-millionaire, right? To niggas who have like once your net worth is like 100 mil, 200 mil, whatever, percentages. Think about all the bullshit we buy now, right? That we shouldn't be buying as thousandaires. Like motherfuckers be spending money on bullshit. Like whether it be certain,
I'm buying coach me everything, knowing that I ain't got coach me salaries.
And when you think about the percentage of your net worth that is, like, technically is less frivolous of them spending that type of money than it is of us buying normal stuff.
That's true. If I made $200 million, a $20,000 bag is nothing.
But all right, so the logic behind a Birkin is that you get a collection. For example, Drake has a collection of Birkin.
Yeah, that he's gonna gift his wife when he does. Yeah,
if he ever decides to get married, which is neither here nor there.
It's a financial investment. That's what us poor people don't know.
Drake, if you're listening to this, I am free to get married, and I appreciate your beard.
Can we go?
What a way to shoot your shot.
We done here? Also. We're just gonna let
she shot from outside the gym.
Oh yeah.
Because she couldn't even get in.
Yeah, the door not even open. She pulled up. Pulled up.
Watch. I'm gonna send Drake a snow
emoji. A snowflake emoji. There was a tweet where they like mimic Beyonce sending Quavo a message, be like, now you got these niggas, these random ass niggas sending snowflake emojis in my damn DMs.
I was gonna send somebody has sent a soup emoji. A soup emoji instead of the snowflake. And then you know how he said I'm icy? He said you so icy or some shit like that. So some nigga said what he said? He said something like, oh, you some bouillon, something like that. Something Haitian. I don't remember.
Yo, Haitians got too much time on their hands.
I tweeted it. I don't remember.
I love my people.
All right, y'all. So, Reggie Daes, go ahead and tell the people where they can find you.
Oh yeah, you can find me Reggie Daes Radio. That it's REGGIEDAES Radio. You can find that on Spotify, Apple Music, Apple Podcast, Google Play. Does Google Play still exist?
He said, "Fuck the ops."
Google Podcast.
Ciroc, you hear him? He talking about fuck the ops. He said Spotify first. He got Apple wrong. He throwing shots at Google.
It's also on Anchor.fm. Jay's a conspiracy theorist. He's a conspiracy theorist, but pretty much it's all available there. I have a link tree in my bio. Just go to the Instagram, REGGIEDAES.
And you had it here, folks.
All right, and y'all already know it's your girl, Ciroc Obama, aka Siwa Obama, Creole Paskim Deuce. Y'all can follow me at Ciroc Obama 305. I'm also the cup bitch. So if you need any cups done, I'm the bitch. And go ahead, Shirley.
It's your girl Shirley Dorr. You can follow me on all social media spheres at Shirley Dorr. I have a lot going on, so if you need me to be your therapist, holla at your girl. I'm doing that this month only, and then next month we're transitioning to the other business. All right.
Hilltop J. It's Hilltop for life. Shout out to all our Facebook followers. It's our first time being live on Facebook, so that was a thing. It's
Yes.
gonna be on YouTube later, so that's gonna be a thing. You should subscribe. I know you can read. You see the little ticker at the bottom. You should do that.
The nigga said, "I know you can read."
No, we out here. I don't know where we're gonna be tomorrow because it's officially 7:10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on election night.
7:10.
It's about to be 7:10.
It's about to be 7:10. Got it.
It's been a long day. Shut up, Reggie. I don't know how this election's gonna go, but it's been fun. This whole America thing. I appreciate y'all.
See y'all in Canada.
Why are you talking like you a Canadian already?
Yeah. See y'all in Canada.
I'm sorry?
You with money because some of y'all can't relocate. But
shout out to the sick. Hey.
All right. So follow us at CO_uncut on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and just
LinkedIn.
one last tip for the holidays is you can catch up on all 28 episodes of CO Uncut on Spotify, on Apple, on Anchor, on Google, on
Breaker. You guys are on Breaker too.
We're on everything that has podcasts except SoundCloud,
and OnlyFans.
We're gonna have OnlyFans. Stop.
OnlyFans, that's all I said. Except OnlyFans.
Let me create it while we on right now. I'm gonna create it right now. We're gonna make this OnlyFans because I'm gonna forget. Wait, are we doing Patreon or OnlyFans?
I would have to see who would subscribe.
We'll discuss that off. Let's discuss that off air.
Okay.
Okay, bye.